Concerns are being raised over the possible violation of First Amendment rights outside a federal immigration court that's located on private property. We talk about the case with attorney Robert McWhirter, who joins us now. We talk about First Amendment issues with you. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, Ted.
All right, so the protests are outside a federal immigration court. We got all that, but the court itself is inside a private building. What's going on here as far as rights are concerned?
Well, I'll tell you, we don't know. This is an area of the law that's very vague. Now, look, if it's a protest in front of a federal building owned by the taxpayers, it's very clear that you have broad rights to protest. The First Amendment specifically says that you have a right to protest for a redress of grievances. You have a right to free speech that Congress cannot abridge. So there's no question there. There can be what's called reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions, but they can't fundamentally impinge on your right. Here, you have the rights of a landlord in addition to the rights of the people protesting. And so is there some more ability of a landlord to assert his rights not to have you protest on what is essentially that person's property, not owned by the taxpayer? And the law is just a little vague on that.
Yeah, the landlord basically warned these folks that they'd be trespassing. The media as well, the press that assembled as well. There was rope apparently installed, I think, in June. No trespassing signs installed. Can you still hold a federal court hearing when these kinds of barriers are put in place?
Well, yes, you can. But I think it comes down to basically two arguments. The one is the right of the landlord, that I've said. But the other is you can't have the federal government renting private property to impinge on the rights of free speech and protest. So you can put that federal court. Federal courts are usually in publicly owned buildings. Now, you just can't rent a place and put your court there and then avoid the full scope of the First Amendment. And I think the First Amendment supersedes the other rights.
I was going to say, is there such a thing as a rental agreement when you have a public-private partnership like this, where, okay, we're going to rent out your building, Robert McWhirter. This is your building. It's the third floor, by the way, so it's not even easy to get to. It's third floor. We're going to rent it out, but you have to understand that we are a federal public access facility, and that access must be allowed. I mean, shouldn't that have been in the rental agreement somewhere?
Well, you would think, unless you don't want, like many governments don't, the actual protest.
Right.
Which is why the First Amendment guarantees it as an individual right. Look, we can say a landlord has a right to put up a no trespass sign, but this is a no trespass sign that's impinging the right to free speech, not just you're wanting to go walk on the grass.
Right.
So therein lies the tension. And I would have to say you got to cut in favor of the First Amendment and your rights to protest and free speech.
Yeah, because there is, talk about a balancing act, but there is also, you have to weigh each side, and it would seem as though, again, it's a federal immigration court, and there are rights there, public access rights for the media and protesters.
And if you look at the interests of the landlord, well, first of all, the landlord has a guaranteed rent coming in because the federal government, generally, unless you have a government shutdown, they're going to pay the bill.
Right.
Number two, if the protesters mess up the grass, he certainly can get redress from the federal government. So it's not a bad deal from the landlord. How is he out anything in particular by allowing the protest?
He could be out because the other tenants in the building, which are not federal agencies, they're private businesses themselves, they don't want to see all this hubbub going on. They want free access to get out and go to lunch and get their clients to come and go. I mean, what a mess, Robert.
Yeah. Well, I guess my response to that, and I think that's a valid argument, is, well, you don't have to rent to the federal government, do you?
Right.
And it's like renting to any tenant that other tenants don't like for whatever reason. People have their interests and they make choices in the marketplace.
And real last question on this, as far as immigration hearings in general, these are federal immigration hearings. Is there a right to protest these things?
Absolutely. Of course. Because this is an exercise of government policy. And anytime there is an exercise of government policy, we, the citizens, have the right to speak on it.
So what's to keep the government from saying, we don't need to see these protests. Let's do this more often. Get our facilities on private land.
And therein is precisely the best argument for allowing the protests, because that would be just a way of circumventing the First Amendment to the Constitution, and we just don't allow that.
But we got you here, so I want to get a couple other things going because
Sure.
there's a lot of things going on. And this is obviously, this thing is pretty much a standoff as far as First Amendment and the private property rights. What's going on in Texas as far as the Constitution is concerned? Because you got people saying that they're going to change the rules in the middle of the game. You got other people saying we're not going to play the game. We're going home with our ball.
Yeah, and we're going to deny a quorum
Yes.
to it, which the first time that happened was in 1870, actually, with the Texas legislature. But yeah, that is exactly the issue. The question there is, can you redefine legislative maps right in the middle of the decade is what's essentially going on. Now, the issue is the United States Constitution says nothing. The original Constitution says nothing about voting rights and what the states can do to decide who does and doesn't votes. Now, there were 4 amendments to the Constitution, the 15th, the 19th, the 24th, and the 26th, that for their subjects change that. The most important here is going to be the 15th Amendment. But barring that, things like gerrymandering, which is what this is essentially about, is perfectly legal under the Constitution. It is terrible for the voters, but the parties have their interests in it. Now, this is where Arizona can come in. We, fortunately, have an independent redistricting commission. We have wisely taken that decision out of the hands of the legislatures and put it in the hands of an independent commission.
And it certainly is a scrum every 10 years when this happens, because both sides think you got an independent, you got a Republican, you got a Democrat, and there's all sorts of hooey going on. But we do avoid this kind of situation. For those Democrats who just got up and left, I mean, they can be cited, they can be punished, right?
Presumably, unless, of course, they're asserting the rights under the Constitution of their vote and their power under that. Now, this brings into the question is, can the FBI get involved and start arresting these people up in Illinois, where a lot of them have gone? There is no federal law invoked here. And so to use the FBI would be an abuse of federal power.
So how do you bring them back? Do you take Texas Rangers and bring them up there?
Well, Texas Rangers have no jurisdiction up in Illinois.
So what do you do?
Well, maybe you could do one of two things. The first of which is stop this unfair process. In other words, you're not going to have a quorum. The state business doesn't go forward unless you bring this back and ignore what Donald Trump wants, which is to try to get 5 extra congressional seats to guard his majority in Congress.
Or could you use some sort of emergency situation where you fill those seats with appointments or special elections or something along those lines?
Well, that's what the governor says he wants to do. The trouble with that is that invokes a separation of powers problem. You can't have a governor saying, I want to get rid of this legislator and put in my own person.
Right.
Because they are a separate branch. And the rules of the legislature in Texas don't allow for that per se, although I would imagine that's going to be tried to be done. So you've got, again, this is the standoff. This is the power that the Democrats have decided they have, and they're banking their position on the exercise of that power.
All right, Robert McWhorter, boy, lots of stuff going on out there, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, good to have you here.
My pleasure.